You will hear today, if you turn on the cable news, that Amy Klobuchar and Pete Buttigieg have really, they just shined. And now look, obviously, if you've listened to this program for more than 5 minutes over the course of the past 9 years, you will know that all of us here would receive that information with great skepticism. We watched the debate. Amy Klobuchar, the only thing I can tell you that really stuck out for me was that she had a sort of like a comedy hook on every one of her responses. And by comedy, I mean something that's not funny. She had just it was like,
real Michael Scott energy there.
Imagine that's what I was exactly. Imagine working for her, and in addition to you've just been forced to shave her legs.
Okay,
and now you got to laugh at the jokes.
I don't think that the jokes are hers. Like, I don't think
They're Bill Maher's.
No, but
They're
I don't.
Bill Maher's.
But I don't. It's not just that I don't think the jokes are hers. I don't think she jokes that way in real life, because what it clearly is a way. They have internal polling. This is my guess, that says that comes off as too harsh and uptight. And the stories about her being a bad boss, we need to show that you are a happy warrior. And so they come up, honestly, because these are so canned.
I think you're right.
That this is so deliberate. Like, it's not one of those, let's let Amy be Amy. It's like, let's manufacture Amy because, and here's the thing.
She should ask for her money back.
She should ask for her money back because she's not going anywhere. Anywhere. She's not going anywhere. And she is dancing. I mean, it's not.
I'm having so much fun.
Yes, look at me. I'm signaling fun.
You don't think that that's authentic? You don't think that that's Amy being Amy, bro?
Buttigieg actually, I think, sort of also just a lot of pablum. I do think that's who Buttigieg is, though. I have to say.
He is a walking McKinsey chart.
And he's like one of those Russian dolls that's just the same doll all the way down to the bottom, and then there's nothing.
Exactly. But I will say this. I do think Buttigieg may, and then his numbers have been, I think this is a guy who could do well in Iowa. Could. I don't think I wouldn't say it's a 50% chance, but I would say it's in the 40s. He could do well in Iowa, which could have implications on the race going forward. But beyond that, I don't think the debate is going to change anything. The top line here, Bernie looked strong, which was important, and basically won the debate by announcing the endorsements before the debate was over.
And he was fantastic. I mean, honestly,
When
I think
he
this
was
was
allowed
his
to
best.
Well, it was important. Yes,
I think this is the best debate I've seen Bernie deliver in his whole presidential career.
Yes,
to be
and we're going
honest.
to play some clips. Important for him to come out and show that the heart attack was not in any way impacting his ability to campaign. Warren took a lot more heat than she has in the past, but it also, on some level, probably helps her insofar as it drew a distinction between her and people like Buttigieg and Klobuchar and Kamala Harris to some extent, and we're going to play this key difference between the two of them.
Oh, and it
in a
shows
moment.
that Biden's star is falling, too.
Well, it's a function of Biden starring following, and there's a perception that she is the front leader, and they're going after her. Biden also had probably what was his best night. And part of that, I think, what it shows is that Joe Biden chokes under pressure. And that is something to be very concerned about. Because, I mean, he did well last night, but nobody challenged him. And to the extent that he was challenged, it was the one time that he was incoherent. And so this is indicative, I think, of a problem that Joe Biden has. But now let's get to the clips. I don't think there was anything else really of great merit. Oh, the other thing, just to buttonhole this little digest of the debate. One fun fact: Tom Steyer was on stage. Tom Steyer has raised $48 million in this campaign, which is pretty impressive. But if you go to the next level of understanding his fundraising, you find out he actually raised, $3 million and put in 45 of his own. And, and here's the thing. I'm sorry. Yeah, he had $49 million. He has spent $47 million on this campaign.
And maybe we need a solution to it that risks the imagination of a new kind of possibility.
$47 million to get on that stage. Most of you did not even know he was running. Most of you did not know he was eligible. I would say 85% of the people watching that debate were not even aware that he was going to show up that day. It cost him $37,000 per word that he spoke in that debate. But I just want you to contemplate something. We heard a lot during that debate about whether billionaires should exist. I don't know if there is a more perfect example of how wasteful and stupid a billionaire could be than someone who spends $48 million, presumably in pursuit of promoting politics that have nothing to do with him, but are to save the country, as he said. And all it amounts to is $37,000 per word that he gets to speak on that debate stage. And for the life of me, I can't remember one single word he said. It was a completely useless endeavor. And had he spent that $48 million on state houses in Colorado and Arizona and Virginia and I don't know, half a dozen other states, you know what, dropping $48 million into state Senate races, not federal Senate. You could literally change the outcome in multiple states across the country. You could save abortion rights for women in multiple states across the country. You could change redistricting. You could change representation in the House. I mean, you could do so much with that money for the presumed goal that you're up there talking about.
You could give a UBI to 48,000 people.
You could do that, and that would be a waste of money too. But you could have had genuine political impact. And the idea that, I mean, frankly, when Bernie was asked, do you think that billionaires should be existed? He should have just gone like this. Look at that guy. Do you know he spent $47 billion to get on this stage? 47 million.
Bernie is too nice. People are always saying that.
All right, let's get to the clips. I just, the more I think about it, the more enraged I get. I mean, it's just sort of, it's grotesque to see that type of, it's grotesque to see that type of money, that just that level of incompetence.
It's pure narcissism.
It's pure narcissism, but it's so incompetent too. Like, I could totally get being a narcissist. Great. But why not just be the guy who walk around? Like, you could be the guy who walks around and says like, oh yeah, I changed the outcome of 4 states.
Dude, you always say it yourself. He's literally expressing himself. It is
high on his own supply.
Pure. I mean, it's one thing, yes, like, oh, I'm the power behind the throne or whatever, but this is pure, unmitigated. Like, I always wanted to do this since I was a kid, and I'm going to do it.
Yeah, join a local theater company.
Really?